What happens when you hear this word innovation? What happens for most of you when you hear this word innovation is you think about Steve Jobs. You think about Steve Jobs and the iPhone. And you think about, what a glorious job Steve Jobs has. He's an innovator. He's a creator. He's come up with the iPhone and the Apple and, so many things that have changed so many markets. And I'm in the food industry, and I'm responsible for, a certain aspect of the industry. And, boy, Steve Jobs has a cool job. He's an innovator. I'm not an innovator. Everybody is an innovator. One of my books, what I wrote was that what innovative organizations do is they simply anticipate obvious future trends and begin to change their activities and their focus and their direction and their plans to deal with what are obvious future trends. I went on a TV show when CNBC was broadcast globally with Maria Bartiromo. It was called The Business of Innovation. And it was kind of a weird show. I thought it was going to be one of these, nice talk shows. Jim, tell me about some of the organizations you've worked with and, how they've been creative, how they've been innovative, what are some of the secrets, of what they've learned. It turned into one of these weird American talk shows where everybody was yelling at everybody else. It was quite bizarre. But what I tried to stress on the show, and I think I managed to get my point across, was that innovation is about much more than the development of new products. Innovation is not just Steve Jobs coming up with the iPod. It's not just about new product development. You need to think about innovation in two ways. There's big innovation. The big innovation is the product innovation. But there's small innovation as well. And that's where an organization sits back and says, we are going to develop an overall culture of innovation. And we do that by recognizing that innovation is about much more than new products. It's about transitioning the brand. It's about dealing with new competitive challenges. It's looking at the rapid emergence of new solutions that we could put into the restaurant to solve our energy issue. It's about looking at the constant flood of new ideas which are occurring out there and thinking to ourselves, how can we use these new ideas to change what we do and how we do it? From my perspective, innovation today is moving away from being just about products and to being about a heck of a lot more about process. When I was on this TV show with Maria Bartiromo, I said to her, here's what I think innovation is. I think innovation and an innovative organization is when you have a group of people sit back and everybody throughout the organization, from front of store clerks up to senior executives, are constantly challenging themselves with three questions. What can I do to run this business better? Where can I find efficiencies? Where can I find cost savings? Where can we share ideas and collaborate internally on how we can do things better, in terms of back of house? What can we do to constantly focus on operational excellence? How can I run the business better? And innovators and innovative organizations ask themselves the second question. What can I do to grow the business? Where can I do things that can have an impact on increasing the top line? Where can we grow the business? And innovative organizations concentrate on the question and the issue of what can I do to transform the business? What can we do in terms of structure? What can we do in terms of how we share ideas? How do we begin to transform ourselves into a 21st century collaborative organization in which we can share insight, in which we can share ideas, in which somebody is doing something unique down in South Africa that we could apply throughout the entire organization to achieve some great results? How do we transform the culture, the mindset, the structure, the operational capability of the organization? This, to me, is what innovation is. And it's having everybody throughout the organization constantly challenging themselves with three questions. What can I do in my sphere of responsibility to help to better run the business, to better grow the business, and to transform the business?